Today on The Real.
On Girl Chat, Adrienne clears up the Rob Kardashian rumor.
What I will say is, and The Real never looked better.
I'm kind of excited just for that.
As we put our Slay Squad to the test for an all-new makeover.
Plus, Michael Ealy is here.
We are so excited to have you here.
On The Real.
Buenos dias, Style File office. Okay. Absolutely. Adios. Wow, we opened our Style File office last week and the files just keep flooding in. Oh, we've gone through so many files, but our next case really stuck out to us. This is Trina. She's a 49-year-old mother of two who's been battling stage 3 cancer, breast cancer, for the past year, and just finished her last treatment. She lost 30 pounds along the way because of those treatments, and she hasn't gone shopping since because she doesn't know how to dress for her new weight. The amazing news is she's on her way to recovery. So today, we're stepping in to help her look as good as she's about to feel. Our Slay Squad has already begun transforming Trina into a goddess, and by the end of the hour, they'll make sure she has the confidence to back it up. This is her time. Now, let's start the show.
Chat, and today we actually have something very, very important to talk about. It's heartbreaking and unacceptable to have to continue to read headlines like this. Another unarmed black man was shot dead. On Friday, September 16th, Terrence Crutcher, a 40-year-old community college student and father of 4, was shot to death by Tulsa police officers. Police said officers found Crutcher standing by his SUV, which had broken down in the middle of the road. No crime prompted his apprehension. There is footage of Mr. Crutcher being shot, but we will not be showing it because we refuse to show another innocent human shot down like an animal. Now, in the footage, a male voice is heard saying, quote, "That looks like a bad dude too. He might be on something." In a press conference, Tulsa Police Chief Chuck Jordan said that Officer Tyler Turnbow tasered Crutcher, and a second officer, Betty Shelby, fired at Crutcher after telling a dispatcher he was not cooperating.
Wow.
Police Chief Jordan went on to say, "I will make this promise to you. We will achieve justice."
Wow.
Now, Officer Shelby has been put on administrative leave pending an investigation. We have to mention that obviously not all police officers are capable of this kind of violence.
Of course.
And we just feel like we have to talk about this because this can't keep happening over and over and over again. What does it take? How many more lives do we need to lose?
I think it's a couple of things I wanted to point out, that they had aerial footage from the helicopter from the air.
Correct.
And from the air, you could hear one of the operators saying, "Oh, that looks like a bad dude." How can you judge somebody from the air? Unbelievable.
He looks like a bad dude. How? From where? What was
And
he
he's
doing?
walking with his hands up like
Yes,
this.
with his hands up.
Yeah.
Well,
according to the
someone that's
according
on the
to the
floor.
New York Daily News, the officer, she said she shot Crutcher. She thought he was high on PCP, and she had recently gone through drug recognition training. Evidently, you need to go through some more training because you don't know.
You don't know.
I mean, I've been saying this for so long about all of this that's happening. When people that don't understand why we have protesters, why we have the Black Lives Matters, is because of these type of situations. And specifically about the police, there needs to be a nationwide reform of police policies, police training, because this keeps happening.
Yes.
We need to stop. We have to stop. We have to stop looking at this and just going, oh, it's another brother
And
dead.
that's where I don't-
You know, when are we going to stop this? We
That's
got
where
to do some reforms. That's what we have to do.
That's where I, honestly, this is a real. I am sick and tired of talking about this. I want to see some changes.
Yes.
I want to see some justice.
Yes.
And I believe, you know what, Tam? I believe that police officers are good. We need law and order in this country.
Yes,
we
that
is
cannot
true.
have this many people,
God.
things that's happening without law and order. That's why it's important. But also, when I say look at the reforms, I believe that, you know, even like if you look at a pilot has certain things. A pilot cannot fly for but so many hours. Maybe our police officers need that because they're stressed out. They're going through different types of things. They're supposed to go through all this training, but nobody is going back and looking at these policies because we can't say, well, all police officers.
No.
Let's start looking at the problems and make some solutions.
Yes, and
please.
make changes. Because, like you said, not all police officers are bad. I have police officers in my family that are
was a
great
police
people.
officer.
Yeah, your dad was
dad-
a
Good dude, yes. he
So
was.
not all police officers are bad. My issue is, I don't know what kind of oath you guys take of brotherhood, but your number one oath should be for justice.
Right.
So I get it. If you're saying, okay, not all police officers are bad, well then let's point out the ones that are bad because they're making the rest of you look bad.
Today, it was Mr. Crutcher. Tomorrow, it could be your family member. This is why we have to start changing this. This guy is a big black dude. Every big black dude is not bad. I mean, I date a lot of them. They're great. I love them. I love a big black man.
What's even scarier, too, is that we only, I believe, have started to see this because of social media and the power of telephones being able to document this. This has been happening forever,
for
as long as we know.
Oh, can you imagine what happened before they had phones?
Cameras,
Right.
We just have cameras
Right,
now.
to document it.
But you were onto something, Adrienne. You said a lot of the bad cops are hidden within the system, making all the great cops look bad. So maybe what we can do, because I'm all about finding a freaking solution to everything. Maybe what we can do is we can really, and Nakia Jones, she was the woman police officer who spoke out about the shootings, you know, months ago.
Correct.
She said something that really, really stuck with me. She said, we really need to watch out who we're hiring as police officers.
Yes.
That whole system, if you're going to serve our community, you need to really like the community that you're actually serving.
There you go.
You need to not have these preconceived, negative, racist, you know, notions about the community that you are serving. So maybe there's a way that they can weed out those type of people before they become police officers in the first place. So I really think we need to take that seriously.
We absolutely do. And you guys, this is now affecting our daily lives. I mean, obviously, no one wants to hear this on the news. And on top of that, when a police approaches your car, I was just in Florida with Israel, and we got pulled over because it was in Florida, we didn't know that some of the signs were different, and we got pulled over by the police. And my first reaction was to start filming. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like, as a minority, I'm being pulled over by a police officer, and I'm literally getting so worked up. I was trying to, and I filmed the entire thing just for the chance that, God forbid, something were to happen.
And we also don't want our children to grow up in fear about that. And we also don't want them to be desensitized to all this craziness that is going on right now. We don't want this to become a habit. We don't want this to become a norm. So we have to do something about it.
To make a difference. Yeah.
I think it's deeper than just, we're looking at just one occupation.
Yep.
It's us as a people. We have a problem in this country with stereotypes and with cultures, and we need to work on it as a country, as a people. We're just we're just tagging like the police, but there are other occupations that I'm pretty sure people are having stereotypes and issues with different people of different classes, different cultures, and we need to keep working on it. And this is the reason why we try to have a show like this that shows different cultures. So maybe you can get to understand that the big black girl sitting at the table is not what you think she is, okay? So that's the reason why we try to push different types of things, especially on this show. So, I mean, it's gonna keep happening. We're gonna keep talking about it because, you know what? We need to see some solutions.
Absolutely.
That's what we need.
We need change. We need change.
This all comes after weeks of protests from several NFL players led by Colin Kaepernick, who began his kneeling during the national anthem at NFL games. Now, many NFL players followed suit, including the most recent protests Monday night at the Philadelphia Eagles-Chicago Bears game. That night, multiple Eagles players raised their fists in protest of racial inequality and police brutality, joining Kaepernick and many others.
I think, you know, with everything going on with the NFL as well, I really, really hate that it is our right, and it is our right as Americans to do silent protest. That is actually what we fought for in this country. That is the most American thing, is to be able to voice our opinion and do silent protest. And I hate that not just once but twice, we've almost taken attention away from what the protest is about to try to say that people are anti-American or anti-something. Black Lives Matter is because of what? Of moments like this. We are just taking the time to hone in on a situation that is happening. Saying Black Lives Matter does not mean that all lives do not matter. It is just that this is the situation at the moment that we are focusing on. Does that make sense? And along with that, him kneeling down does not mean he is anti-American. It means that he is using his rights as an American, the rights that we fought for to have freedom of speech and freedom of silent protest. So my dad was a Marine. You know, I have family that's Army. They feel like yes, they can feel away. Yes, it's the American flag. But at the end of the day, when I speak to my family that have been a part of, you know, obviously the Army and law enforcement.
And I can relate to that. I was an ex-Army brat. My mom and dad were in the Army.
What did they say?
Oh, exactly what you were about to say.
Well, technically, we fought for them to have that right to be able to do that.
Well, it's interesting because at first he started sitting, and then he had a conversation, Colin Kaepernick, he had a conversation with someone, and he decided that it's more respectful to kneel.
And I respect
that's the
that.
reason why he's kneeling. And he's also donated $1 million to charity. So did the 49ers as well.
But no one is putting any attention to that because it said
one thing I
they
will
want
say,
to put attention to something
one thing
else.
I will say, whether you agree with what he's doing or not, he is shedding light on this conversation that we are having right now.
And that's
because sometimes people just need to be a little bit more educated about you know what's going on.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, with so much sadness, there has to be a light. There has to be hope. And there is some. The most natural step, the surest way to make actual change happen is to vote, people, okay? Chicago musician, my boy Chance the Rapper is trying to be that change by teaming up with the NAACP to register concert goers to vote during stops on his upcoming magnificent Coloring World Tour. It's a great tour,
I went to go see it. I saw it at the Green Theater.
Oh, it was great, okay?
I loved it. Oh, my God.
It's an election year, so vote your voice. Vote at national and local level. We all have a voice in this. Now, Adrienne, your name has been mentioned in some articles recently following this week's episode of E's Rob and China. Yes, in the episode, Rob describes how his past relationships are shaping his current one with Black China. Now, in an article on usweekly.com, they're saying he didn't name any names, but it's no secret Rob used to date Rita Ora and Adrienne Bailon. Just saying, all right? Adrienne, this is your show. This is your table. You said it straight, girl.
Well, we've come such a long way. I think Rob is a great guy. We had our relationship. What's in the past is in the past. He's moving on. He's about to be a father, which congratulations to him and Trina. But What I will say is that girl was certainly not me. Just saying. It definitely was not me. I absolutely never cheated on Rob, and I just want to clarify that. I think, you know, and the way it's said, it's like she slept with mad people. I'm like, I can't speak for anybody else, but I can assure you that was not me. So I want to clear that up.
And remember,
You
news
can say a lot of things about me, but that ain't one of them.
news just likes to stir up things.
Yeah.
But one thing that's like, Adrienne, I can't imagine. I've known you for so many years now. I work with you. I practically live with you here. We are together all the time, you guys, even when the show's off. This is such an amazing young woman with such fantastic character.
She is.
She's a great friend, a great sister, a great auntie. It must be hard.
Let's get back to Black Rob and China, okay? Because this is good.
What I am going to say is I absolutely do relate to what he's saying, though.
Okay.
I will say this. I think anybody that's been in a relationship where they were cheated on or hurt, it affects you.
Yes.
And it affected me so much that I made it a conscious decision to not do that to the next person, because when you experience the kind of hurt that being cheated on makes you feel, it makes you question yourself, it makes you question your
So
self-worth.
you were cheated on. Let's clarify that.
Yes, but
In
that's
that
old news.
relationship.
That's old news.
Rob cheated on
Lonnie, don't do that.
Lonnie.
Don't spread rumors.
What?
You guys, you have to remember that
He gonna sit up here and not clarify that it wasn't her?
He was 21 years old at the time. We were super young. You guys, this is over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So this is such old news. But what I will say is
It's
that I
not
learned.
old because look,
I
he's
know,
talking
they-
about it right now.
That's fine. With that being said, being cheated on will make you question yourself. You'll be like, was I not pretty enough? Was I not sexy enough? Am I not thin enough? Do I need to do more? I mean, you will drive yourself insane. And sadly, the next person sometimes pays for what
that.
the last person did.
Yeah.
So I totally understand that. And you have to heal yourself first, because you can't blame the next person for what the last
unfair.
person did.
Yes.
Yeah. So I totally get why he was feeling that way.
Yes, and that's all good, but this Black Rob and China is juicy, okay? Because you got to think about it. You got Modern Family, the TV show. They the real Modern Family, because King, who is Black China's little boy by Rob and
by Tyga.
By Tyga, right? King's dad is Rob's sister's boyfriend. That makes him a half-step daddy. So if
Stranger things have happened.
But that's juicy though, Adrienne.
It's pretty complicated. I'm sure
Oh my God, I love that show. Please come on the show, both of y'all.
We would love to have you guys. Yes.
Come on the show. We all done with this.
He knows we are so good. He knows we're good, and we'd love to have you guys.
But you notice me and Tam are quiet because it feels weird to get into people's family trees
but
and their
I'm
business.
confused. King and the you lost me at King.
There were two
It sounds like a riddle.
I love Black Rob and
They seem
China.
to be super happy.
They do.
And they are having a baby, and they'll be married soon. And
Yay.
congratulations.
Congratulations, you guys. Congratulations.
There's so much news. We have a bonus girl chat that's about to go down for you guys, because we sadly have to talk about Brad and Angie. Now, it's been reported that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie are splitting after 11 years together and just over 2 years of marriage. The couple have 6 children together. And now Angelina was the one that filed for divorce, but despite some cheating rumors that are swirling, TMZ is reporting there is no third person involved. You guys just like a juicy story.
Yes.
And that Angelina chose to end the marriage due to Brad's alleged substance abuse problem.
Oh.
Angelina issued a statement through her attorney saying, in part, this decision was made for the health of the family. As much as it saddens us, I think when you're rooting for a couple, you know, and you love seeing them together, whatever the case may be, I actually have to applaud anyone that stands up for themselves and says, you know what, this isn't good for me.
Absolutely.
And we gotta be honest, that can cause embarrassment. That causes the fact that we're sitting up here talking about it. But when you have to do what's right for you and what's right for your family, I applaud you.
Yes.
But you know what? They have 23,000 children together.
Well, she says she's doing what's best for the 23,000 children.
That's a lot of babies, okay? And you know what? You know what?
Lonnie.
I want to be a fly on the wall of Jennifer Aniston's house.
Why?
See, I hate that.
Aniston's house
I hate
because
that.
no, you hate that, but you know it's a little juicy because we
is,
all
but-
know what happened. Come on, Tamara, don't act like we don't remember.
It's not like I don't remember. I just don't want to talk about it.
Pretty much, people, as many people were or are rooting for Brad and Angelina to work out. There obviously were a lot of naysayers saying that because of how they supposedly got together, that, you know, that it wouldn't work out, or people were hoping it wouldn't work out. So you do have those people right now saying, see, we told you so.
There's team T-shirts and everything at the time.
But did you see how, you remember when they didn't get married for a long time?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
And
they've only been married for 2 years.
Which is my whole point.
What's
that
your point,
sometimes
honey?
you don't need to be married. Sometimes you need to stay unmarried, have your kids, because it's mighty funny. They were happy when they weren't married. The minute they got married, look at what happened. That's my philosophy.
That is weird. That does happen.
Yes, that's true. But at the same time, I look at those two. Angelina Jolie before Brad was a totally different, amazing woman. But the family they created and the kids' lives they blessed because of their unity, I'm kind of excited just for that.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not a
she
failure.
was going to be that way anyway,
Shoot,
because
they
she started
adopted a kid from
adopting.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
That's like amazing.
Yeah, she did that while she was in another marriage. So she was always that phenomenal woman, you know. And then when she got with him, it was like, okay, we wanted them to be together. Of course, I'm joking. I want them to be together because they got all them kids, okay?
Yeah.
That's a family, all
That's
right?
the first thing I think of now that I'm married with 2 children.
Yes.
You think of the 24,000
For
kids.
sure.
Right.
You know, you think
but
about
like
those
Munchkin
kids.
always says, you don't stay married for no kids.
Yeah.
You
okay?
don't.
Yeah.
But, however, if I am real,
Yes.
Okay. Go on and
having
say it.
longer
children,
consideration.
it takes longer to consider it.
Correct.
Because you want to do what's right for your family.
Yes.
Right.
But you don't.
Yes.
Yeah. It makes it. You
You try way harder.
You try a little
You
harder.
always try a lot harder to make it work.
Yes.
But I have to say something. Coming from a family, my parents are married for 21 years, and they are no longer together. I felt like there was so much pressure, like you said, for the kids, and then at some point you try, and then sometimes it just doesn't work out. I thank God for my parents' marriage because it created me. It created my sister.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't think, like you always say, God doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah.
What I will say is, don't take it as a failure. I think so many people carry that weight of, oh, I've been divorced. It was such a failure. I wasted so many years. No, you didn't. To my mother and father, thank you for the years you put into it. Thank you for giving us a great upbringing. I love you. I thank you for trying. But at the end of the day, I am happy that they made the decision that they made, because as the kids, you never know what goes on in a marriage.
But you can feel it.
But I felt it.
You
and
can
my
feel
parents are much happier now separate. So I thank you for that. So it's always 2 sides to a story, but you definitely should try to make it work.
Yes.
Our next guest is an incredible actor who knows how to bring sexy to the big screen. He's made us swoon in hit movies like A Perfect Guy, Think Like a Man, and Barbershop. But these days, you can find him and those gorgeous, pretty blue eyes on the new season of ABC's Secrets and Lies. But I can't keep this secret to myself. I won't do that to y'all. Come on out here, Michael Ealy.
Welcome to The Real. We are so excited to have you here. Lonnie is just beyond thrilled that you are sitting
Well,
next to her.
because we met each other, what was it, a year ago at the Essence Festival, and I asked Michael, would you please come on The Real? And he said, I will come, and he kept his promise.
Man
So
of his
thank you.
word.
So funny because I hit up Michael too. We just did Hip Hop Hollywood Squares, and I literally was like, "Oh, Michael, yeah, awesome." I pushed him aside. I was like, "Where's your publicist? Here's our card. Get him on the show." So that's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We have to ask you, we were talking earlier about the tragic shooting in Tulsa. What are your feelings on that?
You know, I didn't want to. I woke up this morning to hear about it. I didn't want to watch the video before I came on the show because I was afraid it would affect my mood, and it did. It's undeniable. I think a lot of the points you guys made earlier in the show were very good. And, you know, I think we can continue to do as much protesting as we want. Systemic racism needs to be changed from within. Obviously, it is about who's being hired. Why aren't there enough black cops out there? You know, we need black cops to come in and educate some of the white cops who have issues.
Yes.
And I think some of that would be helpful. I mean, you know, there was a time when blacks were not allowed to play sports. And, you know, for some racist white athletes, it was having a black teammate that was able to help them turn things around and understand that the brotherhood is important, and that this black person, you know, this white person, we're both human, and they need to work together. If we can work together on the field, we can work together in life.
Absolutely.
That's perfect.
I think it comes down to the good cops have to speak up.
Yes.
They have to speak up.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you gotta do something. Absolutely.
You've been working for so long. You've had a great career. And if you had to look back at your early career, what mistakes would you say you made?
Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh.
Okay. I learned that, like, how to dress for events. I was mortified. I was cleaning up my house recently, and I saw this picture of the barbershop premiere. I literally bought my outfit from the Beverly Center.
Oh, we got a picture.
Oh, I wanna
let's
see
see
it.
if this
God.
is what you're talking about. That?
Oh!
Well, it just
Well, Jeannie's the fashion person.
it just looks like you bought it a couple sizes too big.
Yeah.
It's not horrible. Clearly, it wasn't custom tailored to your body.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I was very young, and I did not know what I was doing. I literally called my publicist from the Beverly Center. I was like, I don't know what to wear. I am here. I just got to help me come. She literally drove her and helped me pick something out because I was so bad. What helps me is I think about the Justin and Brittany
The denim duo.
Oh my
God.
from the VMAs years ago, and I always go, all right.
Okay.
Well, I'm looking at that picture. That picture's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's
I
not.
thought you were going to show something worse.
I was still hit at you. I still flirt with you. You know what I like about you? You play the creepy killer characters. You know, I like that. You look good, but you creepy and you killing people. And you know, should I be worried about you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What attracts you to those type of roles?
You know, I think for me, I am an actor first. So it's the joy of that is to be able to play characters that you don't always agree with. The challenge of that is to step outside of your comfort zone and not play, you know, Dominic from Think Like a Man and play Carter from Perfect Guy. I mean, I didn't do anything creepy in that clip, so I don't understand how I got the creepy.
No, I'm talking about the perfect guy. You know you was under that bed and you went.
No, you got creep unlocked for sure. Those eyes, they can hurt somebody.
You know, yeah. I mean, I think all of us have two sides.
Yes.
All of us have two sides.
babe.
There's your
True.
pleasant
It's like just
side,
tap
and
into
then
your
there-
creepy side,
You know,
Gigi.
then
Tap
there's the
into
tap
the
into your
creepy.
creepy
But I
side.
also like the romantic because you're
Yes.
just a handsome. I mean, the eyes just
All right,
kill me.
Lonnie,
you
we
know
got
what I'm
it.
saying?
We got it.
So, you know.
All right. Well, you cannot come to our show without spinning our heels.
Yes.
So would you please do us the honor? Come on. You have to do whatever it says, Michael.
All right.
Get ready.
Whoa!
What do we got? Ooh, when no one is watching, I like to. What do you like to do? Come on, tell us what you. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's a good one.
This
You
is
gotta
the
keep it
real.
real. This is the real. When no one is watching.
You saw a little bit of this on Hip Hop Square.
I think I know where you're going.
I like to dance.
Wait,
You like to dance.
I like to dance.
it's good.
I'm not like good at it.
Oh. Do you guys think we need to see this?
Yeah.
And we got
you.
You in a safe place here. You're in a safe place. You can dance. We'll dance.
Where you at?
Why
Where
you
you
looking
at?
at me like
Come on.
We gotta see it, Michael. We gotta dance.
Get loose. Get loose. Get what? Wait.
Here's the thing. As the wheel says, when no one is watching.
Okay, fine.
When no one is watching.
Well, Michael, thank you so much for stopping by.
Our Slay Squad spent the entire show making over Trina. She recently completed treatments for stage 3 breast cancer and needed a boost in confidence. Well, Trina is ready to show everyone the new and improved her. And joining us is her Aunt Benita. Welcome to the show, Aunt Benita. Hi. Now, Trina's husband couldn't be here today, but he sends his love and he sent you in his place. Now, do you think that Trina actually gave up control and let our Slay Squad do their thing, or what's she like?
Oh, yes. Since her diagnosis, she really hasn't been at herself. And I know this makeover is just the thing to bring her back.
Well, we're about to find out. Here's a reminder of how Trina looked before our Slay Squad got their hands on her using our holoback hologram.
Here she
Right.
is.
There she is.
Yes.
I know they hooked her up, so let's stop talking about it.
Yes.
Trina, get on out here and show us what you're working with.
Shocked because you look phenomenal.
Oh, girl.
Oh, my goodness. But you know what? You still have not seen yourself. Do you want to see yourself?
Yes, I do.
Okay, come on, Adrienne. We're going to show you. Because this is, you
you're
just
not ready,
look
girl.
great,
Ooh,
girl.
you're not ready.
Okay?
Trina, push your hair out of your eyes. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
On the
okay, there you
count
go.
of 3,
Perfect.
Adrienne and I will
Yes.
turn this mirror and you get to see the new Miss Trina, all right? Everybody
Count.
count with me. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, Trina, when you're looking at this mirror right now, what do you see? This new woman standing in front of you, what do you think?
I feel beautiful. I feel awesome.
You just look gorgeous. You feel it?
Yes.
That is amazing.
You just smile.
Look at yes, look at me.
Give me a pose, girl. Give it to me. Yeah.
Now, Benita, what do you think about your sister?
Oh, I think she is gorgeous. You look awesome.
Okay.
That's okay. You cry.
Let's check in with the Slay Squad to see how they achieved this transformation. Micah, what did you do to her hair?
Well, a company called Shani Wigs actually donated this wig, and we were
Wow.
able to cut and color it, frame it perfectly for you, Trina.
Looks amazing.
Love it. She looks beautiful.
I love. Looks so good. Now tell me exactly what you did with her makeup because she shines.
She is glowing. So she actually has really beautiful skin. I wanted to use a highlight and contour duo. It's something that she could do at home on her own and pair it with a beautiful matte red lip. It just really complemented the dress and her and made her teeth brighter.
Matte red.
Wow.
Gorgeous. Now, Oakley, this dress is absolutely amazing. You look so sexy. Yes, girl. So what made you choose this?
Thank you. Well, I wanted to help give her some love back. So we chose this beautiful curve-hugging bodycon dress. It's a légère piece, so it holds everything in perfectly. And the shade of persimmon is absolutely stunning on you. You look
Yes.
incredible.
Well, you know what? The Slay Squad, y'all did it again. But Trina, we're not finished with you yet, okay? Because there's someone else who really loves you and didn't want to miss this moment. So we want this mystery person to get on out here right now. Look right up there.
She's like, oh my
Everyone, this is Trina's daughter, Amani. Welcome Amani to the show. She started she missed her daughter. We couldn't help but, let her come for this moment. And we're just so happy to have brought her here for you because you deserve it. You're a phenomenal woman.
Yes,
you look
are.
phenomenal.
Imani, I want to know, what do you think of your mother's new look?
You better get it, Mom.
Yeah.
I think this is like the happiest that I've seen you since the diagnosis, and this is making me so happy right now.
I love it.
Well, there is so much love on this stage right now.